I we are live, so let's just try to adjust this a little bit. There we go. I think that's okay. All right, cool. So, I don't know when anyone's ever gonna hop in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and just start working, and then as people come in, I guess we'll address that. Okay, so let's see. I need. Oh shoot! You know what? That's right. Let me get rid of her sword and shield for right now. Let's do that. Go by right here, and then we'll start doing the lighting. So somebody just hopped in the chat. So hello, thank you for popping in. Just do this. Two people. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Got three people in. Cool. You guys are probably just now getting the notification that I'm live. So I literally just started though, so you haven't missed anything. This is a this is a drawing that I should say this is the third character in the drawing that I'm doing. So I've already done a few characters already, and now we're working on this one. So yeah. So I guess I should probably show you guys what it is that I'm actually working on. Um, Hello, sir. How goes it? Let's see. Let's go right here. So yeah, so this is really rough. So obviously I'm drawing Wonder Woman, but here, let me show you real quick what I'm actually working on. So let me hide this layer and this one. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this layer on, and there we go. And then the bats. So yeah, so this is actually what I what I'm working on. I did Batman yesterday, and I did Superman today, and um, and now I'm working on, as you just saw, Wonder Woman. So yeah, so I'm just drawing. I don't know when I'll be done for sure, but this is the look. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, so yeah, so you can see we got quite a bit of detail up here with Batman. Now I'm not done either. Like I still want to do more, but um, yes, I am doing the Justice League. So that is my favorite group of heroes. Um, so yeah, so I'm totally doing them. So I'm gonna try to get all of them in this picture. But yeah, so you can see like I've got like his little utility belt and all that cool stuff, and then we got Superman here. And I still want to do a lot more detail on him, but we got the S here on his chest. You can see the nice texture in his cape. It's pretty cool. You can see obviously the bats in the background. I put a motion blur on them, which is really cool, so they look like they're moving really quickly. So yeah, so that's what we're working on. So um, I have two members of the Justice League pretty much done, but I'm gonna go ahead and hide them and turn off these excess layers, and we're gonna go back to working on Wonder Woman because I'm very excited to um, have her in the picture as well. So yeah, I can. So the thing that's interesting, it's funny you say that because I so with Batman, I did earlier. I got rid of it, but I had a second layer on top of him, and it was a blur layer. So and it was erased in certain areas, and what it looked like, it kind of made it look like the back half of them was like blurred, so it looked like they were like moving like in this direction, which is really cool. So I'll probably do that, but I usually do. I did it just to preview it to see how it would look, but I usually do that type of stuff after, um, or I guess just like when I'm closer to being actually done with it. That's when I start adding in the um, special effects, I guess you could say. So yeah, but yes, most definitely they can be blurred. So yeah, hopefully the screen's not shaking too much for you guys. So every time I'm like moving my hand to color, it's like I just see my phone like bouncing. Okay. So practically what I'm doing right now is I'm just creating all of the depth for her. um just so that the drawing doesn't look like super flat or anything. So, and for those of you that are watching, and for those of you that will watch later on, I do apologize for not live streaming very often. I've just, oh boy, all this stuff that's been going on in the news, like it really got to me. So that's kind of why I've been like not live streaming as much. Like, yeah, I don't know. So, but that's where I've been. So, and I'm sure you guys saw the videos of me uploading, like when going to like the protest and stuff. So, um, that's kind of what uh I don't know. It's everything's so heavy right now. So I was just like having a tough time trying to in the creative spirit, I guess I should say. So hopefully you guys understand that. And I think you guys do. So, but yeah, what a year, huh? Like for real. Like I don't think anyone was expecting 2020 to kind of go the way that it has so far. It's just crazy. So, but we're all still here, so we can all be thankful. So, count your blessings. Okay. So I'm gonna come in with the smudge tool, and I'll like smudge this together. Let me zoom in a little more so you guys can see better. Okay. Yeah, seriously. Oh man. Um. Yeah, no, it's crazy. It is crazy. What the heck? No, I didn't want to. Oh boy, that looked terrible. Um. Yeah, I should have gave you guys a bigger window to let you know that I was gonna live stream, but um, I just kind of felt up for it, and so I like I wasn't planning on live streaming today, and then I was just like, you know what, I'm feeling pretty decent right now. It's the most creative I've felt in past couple of weeks, so I was like, let me hop on YouTube and see how the YouTube family is doing. So yeah, next time though, like if I know earlier, I will I'll let you guys know so you have enough time to be prepared in case you want to come hang out and chill with me for a little bit. So that. So as you saw with the other two drawings, like I had like that red light kind of beaming from the back, so I want to make sure that I capture that on her as well. So I don't want to forget that. I'm just pretty much just getting all of my light and dark spaces together for what I know I'm going to need as the drawing progresses. So that's why I'm just jumping all over the picture. So yeah. Okay. That looks pretty decent. Okay, so let's now merge, or not merge, but kind of smudge some of this a little bit together. Just giving it some nice volume, so it doesn't look all flat and empty. Okay, zoom in a little bit more. Have any of you guys watched that show on Netflix, Ultimate Beastmaster? I think it's kind of like American Ninja Warrior a little bit. Um, I don't know. I've been watching that past couple of days, and it's actually been a really good show. So I'm actually pretty excited about it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm having a fairly decent night. So, by the way, guys, so this drawing that I'm working on, this is the first drawing that I have started since I turned 30. Can you guys believe that? Some of you have been with me since I started back in 2013. I'm like 30 now. That's just crazy. Yeah, so I turned 30 on Sunday, and I don't know. It's weird because I don't feel like whatever that's supposed to feel. I have no idea, but I don't know. I just don't feel my age. It's strange, but I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels that way sometimes. You thought I was 20. No, 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 no. Happy early birthday. Oh no, thank you, but I turned 30 on this past Sunday. So yeah, so just recently. But yeah, I'm okay with it though, honestly, because I'm pretty healthy and yeah, nothing. I guess that's really all that matters, right? So yeah, happy belated. Thank you. Oh, nice. Yeah, I figured the same thing too. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, yeah, it's not too long. It's funny. I posted this picture. You guys have probably seen it before. This picture on my Facebook, but it was practically the scene from Jurassic Park where the kids are like in the I think it's in the kitchen. Yeah, they're like in the kitchen trying to hide from the dinosaurs, and then they put on there. It was like they put a little logo over the kids, and it was like kids in the '90s, and then it had on the dinosaurs. It was like 30. So I was like, yeah, that's kind of how it feels. It's coming for. So that was funny. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do this because she needs some eyes for sure. We can't have her just with her eyes closed. That'd be awkward. But the question is how much of her eyes are we gonna show? So she's supposed to be like tense because she's like jumping and she's gonna be holding a sword and a shield. So should probably close her eyes up a little bit, make them look a little more tight. Yeah, let's just do that. Over here, same thing. Okay, so that's good enough for right now. Oh, we got 6 people in here. What happened? I like look down and then look back up. Okay, cool, 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 cool. You challenged me to do a black and white portrait of me myself. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I almost never draw myself, um, except for the last VR drawing that I did. I put that one up, and Um, yeah, that one was with me and my friend. Supposedly we were supposed to be playing a game in the. We actually play games like on Steam and stuff, but uh, yeah, it was just to represent the fun times that we've had in there because we've had some crazy times. But yeah, that's the only time I can really think of that I've done a drawing of myself. I don't know. I may have done another one. I just probably prefer not to remember. And no, it's weird. I was talking to one of my other artist friends too, and she was saying like, yeah, it's just I don't know. It's like you draw anything, but usually don't like doing self portraits and stuff, which is just I don't know why it's so strange, but it just feels like I can do something else. Like I see my face every day, like I don't need to spend that much time looking at it. So I don't know. My family bugs me about that too. They're like, you need to do a self portrait. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, nah. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and put in because it's probably going to be the most annoying part. Um, let me see. Let's do her eyes. Yeah, let's go ahead and do her eyes. So let's zoom in so we can actually see what we're doing. Just do that. I'm just gonna cut it and fix it in there. Oh gosh. Okay. Do that. Do this. Wonder Woman is such a cool character. Like, I'm glad that she's like part of that. Like, she's up there. Like, she's in the Trinity. Like, it's like her, Superman, Batman. It's like they're all on the same level, and I really like that. Um, DC characters are honestly they're my favorite. I know a lot of people like Marvel, and that's cool. That's cool. But I don't know. I just feel a very special connection with the DC universe. So that's what I grew up on. So that's my special stuff. Let's see something. All right, it's coming together. We still have a lot of work to do on her face to get it looking just right, but we are in the right direction, so that's good. Okay, so yeah, so she looks better with some eyes. Um, oh yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, Marvel they've they've put out a ton of movies, man. I tell you that. And thing is, I feel like a lot of people don't give DC like a fair shake, because they kind of well, I don't know. Like the last couple of movies they've been putting out, a lot of people have been liking them. But I know when they were like trying to get started with their universe, man, I feel like people were so judgmental towards. So I was like, when the Marvel movies first came out, like they weren't all that hot either. So it took a while for them to find their footing. Um, because oh gosh, what was it? Okay, so the first Avengers was cool. I hated the first Captain America. Like I still hate that movie. Um, yeah, I can't stand that movie. Winter Soldier was great, and I think that's one of my favorite Marvel movies. And then of course, Guardians of the Galaxy. Um, okay, so now you done talking about my boy Zack Snyder. Okay, so Zack Snyder is honestly he is my favorite movie director of all time. And here's the thing: I know his movies are controversial most of the time, but he his movies are they're pretty deep, honestly. And I know people roll their eyes, but um, okay, so a movie that a lot of people complain about is Man of Steel. I don't get it because that is more I feel like that's a more true representation of Superman, especially like with his powers and abilities and what he could do. Because I never felt like any of the movies got that right until Man of Steel came out. Because in the comics, like Superman, like the comics and the TV shows and all that stuff, like he's not always just like the. I mean, he's always the good guy, except for when he's like, there's the evil Superman, but he's he's a little more rough, and that's kind of what I liked. I was like, they kind of embraced that more, and I know a lot of people were upset about all of the destruction that he caused in that movie, but at the same time, it annoys me because I'm just like, this is literally a movie about Superman being Superman for a few hours. Like, as a, he like in Man of Steel, he wasn't even Superman for like what? Like he wasn't even Superman for a month. This was just like literally a, like a couple of days or so. So yeah, I don't know. And then like Batman versus Superman. Now that I understand. I understand why some people didn't like that movie, but uh, the director's cut is much better than the version that they played in theaters. So it always bugs me that that movie never really got a fair shake. Um, but yeah, so honestly, I don't mind because they're like I said, they're trying to find their footing. Um, like the first, the first Thor movie was, in my opinion, was complete trash. It had some good stuff in it. It wasn't as bad as the first Captain America movie, but oh my gosh, yeah, I have a ugh. And Thor 2, I don't know what that was. That was garbage. I also hated Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 was probably one of the worst comic book movies ever. Um, yeah, Ragnarok was a lot better. I still didn't like how much comedy it was, but uh, it 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 was definitely better. It kind of redeemed the character Thor a little bit because gosh man he got on my nerves so much and I was just like I don't care about this character at all, but they kind of fixed him, so I gotta give them props for that 'cause he was really boring. um yeah, Iron Man 3. Oh, that movie. I remember the first time I went to go see it and I remember walking out of the theater, I was like what did I just watch? Like I don't know. It bugged me because I like Iron Man. I really do. Like he's a cool character. Um, like I like Iron Man 1. Iron Man 1 is oh man. I still think that was the best Iron Man we got out of the entire slate of movies because he was really like a jerk in the first movie and they kind of lost that. Like I know some people would be like, "Oh, character development and blah 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 blah." But he's still just kind of I don't know. Um, yeah, I don't know. Iron Man 3 was just I prefer not to talk about that movie. Um, the first one though, I remember that came out in what 2008, I think. I remember my brother he like showed me the trailer for it. It's my older brother and uh man, I remember I think we had rented a movie and I remember him like coming to get me to come see the trailer for it because he was like, there's a trailer for Iron Man and blah 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 blah, blah. And I was like, what? And I was so excited, and I just saw the trailer, and I was like, wow. I remember the first thing being impressed with it was how realistic the suit looked. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. By the way, I hope you guys are just hope you guys don't mind. I'm just talking about comic book movies right now. Um, that's one of my other great passions is comic book movies and just comic books in general. But yeah, so I still will argue with anyone to this day that the CGI in the first Iron Man, like that suit, it has never like since that movie, the suit has never looked that realistic. I don't know what they did for that first movie, But it looked super realistic. Let me see. I see you just posted a comment. Yep. Oh eight. Uh, yeah, exactly. Because if you notice, like, if you watch any of the new Marvel, the suit looks like garbage. Because it literally just looks like cutscenes from beautiful cutscenes. Don't get me wrong. Really nice cutscenes from like I don't know, just like a cinematic from a game or something. At first, I was going to compare it to Warcraft, but I don't want to. I don't want to disrespect Warcraft because their cinematics are just gorgeous. Um, but yeah, so it doesn't. It just. I think at some point I stopped caring because I was like, like this. It doesn't even look like he's wearing the suit anymore. It literally just looks like I don't know. I just remember it being so cool when like when he was in his garage and the thing actually like he had to have that big machine to help him put the suit on. And it was just cool because it was just like, wow, it's like this dude actually legitimately has to suit up, to go be a superhero, which was like, I don't know, it was just cool, it was unique, and they kind of abandoned that, and they just kind of went for the cheap uh, particle look, where everything just kind of spills on him. Like it looked like that garbage in those those Transformer movies. Um, I know I'm just ripping stuff apart right now. But hold on, let me see. Uh, yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, you're right too. Iron Man 2, even though that was a terrible movie also, but the visual effects in that one, those were mind blowing. Especially the suitcase where he like puts both his hands down and then it like crawls up his arm. Like, oh my goodness. I remember I remember the first time I saw that, like my mind was blown. I couldn't believe it. I was like, how did they do that? And I guess that's when I started getting mad about like superhero movies is they start taking away um that feeling I would get where it'd be like, how did they do that? Like obviously duh, like they use like CG all that stuff, but it's like they were they were taking time. They weren't just movies out because that's what they're doing right now. Like all the Marvel movies from this point, or from the past couple of years, they've all been just copy and paste films. Like I swear, they're copy and paste. Like I bet you, if you were to go back and look, I bet you they've used like a ton of the animations that they've used for pre characters. Um, and I know I know a lot of you probably like Marvel movies, and I promise you I'm not just sitting up here trying to just rip them or just garbage because it's not the case. It's not the case. I'm just frustrated because I've seen a drop in quality in their films, and it's just I don't know. It kind of sucks because it's like it's so satisfying when you watch a movie and you can tell they really put the time in on the visuals, you know. So, but yeah, hold on, let me see. What did you say? Oh yeah, yeah, I've seen those. Um, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Um, but yeah, okay. So let me see. So Marvel movies that I did like, that I guess I could say I really enjoyed. So I really, honestly enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. Second, the second one was trash, complete trash. Um, it had some interesting stuff in it, but for the most part, I was like, I really could have done without ever seeing this movie. But the first Guardians was great. That was a good movie. Um, let's see. Obviously, I really, really enjoyed uh, Infinity War. Infinity War was probably the best thing they've put out. Um, I liked Black Panther. I like that one a lot. I know a lot of people are really hard on that movie because of the visual effects, and it's like yeah, there are some bad spots in it, but I mean, like almost every Marvel movie I've seen has had some really like cringy shots where I'm just like, ooh, like they could have done better on that. So I don't know. I a lot of people tripped on Black Panther for some reason. It never really bothered me. Because it had a good story too. And a lot of times, if something has a really good story, I'm more willing to forgive uh, the effects because so many things come into play when it comes into effects. It could be like um, they were short on time, or maybe their budget got cut down a little bit, or just never started with that big of a budget to begin with. Especially with origin movies, like people need to remember that. Like this was the first Black Panther movie, um, so for the studio, it's kind of a gamble, or they're not throwing like a ton of money at it because well, it's an experiment. So I'm kind of more forgiving of those, but I do. Uh, I don't know. Yeah, it didn't bother me too much. But yeah, so I like Black Panther. Um, let's see. Hold on. I saw someone left a comment. Oh, it is going good. How are you? We're the best, but oh my god, the character story. Yeah, exactly. See, so that's where it was for me. Like I was like, I'm all about this story. Like Killmonger, come on, come on. I mean, that what a great character. How many Marvel villains have we had that are actually memorable? None really, except for okay, let's see. Uh Killmonger, Thanos, and Loki. That's pretty much it. That a lot of people remember, you know. Just the majority of people that go that aren't like comic book fans and stuff, you'd be like, do you if you name those villains, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, 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 I know. Uh, you've got the hair. You know, I've had this hair way before that movie came along. I'm sure you know that. You've been following me forever. But no, it's funny. People still they'll still make jokes about that. So, but yeah. Okay, so let's see. What other Marvel? Oh, believe it or not, I did not like Endgame. I did not. I did not like that movie. Now, here's the thing. It had some good stuff in it. It did. It had some really good stuff. Probably the best thing that that movie had, at least that I can think of right now, because it's been a while since I've seen it. But the best thing in that entire movie, I believe, was Captain America um, getting Thor's hammer. That scene is like pure comic gold. Like, yeah, that was great. I remember I was like, I wasn't feeling the movie 100%, but when that scene came, I was like, I was ready to jump out my chair. Like, for real. I was like, let's go. I was like, well, why does it have to come all the way to the end for Captain America to really throw down and be Captain America? Like, I don't know. Um, so yeah, something else. Something else that bugs me about the Marvel movies. They're never consistent with characters' powers. Um, their powers are they're only as powerful or as less powerful as the script requires. So that's something that kind of bugs me a little bit because like there was hold on, let me see how I'm trying to concentrate. Let's do it like this. Um yeah, so there's some characters in there I feel like they overpowered them at times and then underpowered them at times. Like the Hulk. Like yeah, I don't know. Like he seems in the comics and like cartoons for the few cartoons Marvel does have, um, or I should say good cartoons. Um, Hulk seems really tough, like really tough, and sometimes in the movie he is, and then sometimes it just seems like well, you know, I don't know. It's just it's kind of weird, but yeah, I don't know. Marvel also seems like they're scared of killing characters, which is kind of it's kind of lame. I mean, I guess when their stories are as tied together as they've been making them, so I guess it makes sense. Um, okay, hold on real quick, guys. Let's see. Let's okay. So it's coming together. It's coming together. Um, I just need to. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this real quick. Uh, yeah, let's go. Yeah, okay. Oops, wrong one. Let's go ahead and The other characters had that light that was coming up underneath them, so I actually want to go ahead and put on her a spot so we don't get, because I have to stay true to the color theme that we're using, and I don't want to get it too confused by just doing whatever and not sticking to what I'm supposed to be doing. So we got to come back and really fix up these feet because it doesn't look like she has shoes really right now. It's just kind of, yeah. we'll come back to it. Um, but yeah, okay. So my original thing, I was talking about Marvel movies that I like. Let's see, what else did I like? And I'm not counting the X-Men movies because those are Marvel characters, but they were still at the time they were owned by Fox, so they were like off in their own universe doing whatever. I do like those movies. Not all of them are the best, but I do. Honestly, X Men are my favorite Marvel. Probably like my favorite property with like a team. Like I'd much rather watch a good X Men movie any day over over the Avengers. That's just me. Um, I just like the X Men. I think their powers are just like super cool, and I think honestly, if it was Avengers versus X Men, I think X Men would probably kick the Avengers butt more than likely. So, let's see. And I also just realized we're using the wrong color, but it's okay. I'm gonna change it later. So just have a fade off right there. We need some right here. Oh, and then another thing that kind of bugged me is I feel like after Iron Man 3, I feel like Marvel really focused way too much on trying to make everyone in their movies funny. And that might sound weird with me just saying, but if you really think about it, it's kind of like they ditched any. It's like they just ditched the seriousness of the characters and just tried to make everyone like funny. I don't know. It was weird. It was like you could tell they were trying like way too hard. Um, I don't know. It was weird. It was weird. But they still did a pretty good job for what they were able to accomplish with all of those movies. I mean, that's like still like unheard of, really. Having that type of success with that many movies, which is really cool. So, I mean, it is cool. Um, now, I'll probably get someone that dislikes this video just for what I'm about to say. The kid who plays Spider Man, Tom Holland, I can't stand him. Like, I refuse to watch the. I watched Spider Man Far From Home, or no, Spider Man Homecoming. I watched that one, and I hated it. And then the newest one, Spider Man Far From Home, tried to watch it. It was just way too corny. Like the beginning of that movie is so corny. It's just like I can't. The other thing, if you guys are getting tired of me talking about this too, just let me know. Just tell me to shut up. Um, oh gosh, what was I about to say? Um, oh gosh, it just slipped my mind. It will come back to me, I'm sure. But yeah, Tom Holland, I am not a fan of that Spider-Man. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. So the thing that I hated is how much they literally turned Spider-Man into uh and I hated how much they turned Spider-Man into just like a tiny Iron Man. Like I know he gets like the Iron Spider suit in the comics and all that stuff. Like I know that. But he just never seemed like he really stood on his own. Like it would have been cool to have like Tony Stark kind of being like a mentor for him, like they did, but Spider-Man is also really smart, and I feel like they kind of made this Spider-Man just he doesn't seem Okay, like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, like not Spider-Man 3, okay? Not Spider-Man 3. Uh he just seemed a little more like he could hold his own a little bit, even though he was still trying to figure things out. Um but yeah, I don't know. I'm not satisfied with this Spider-Man. Like I'm not. And I've gotten into so many arguments with with people over this, but I just can't get behind him. I've tried. I've tried. I have really tried to be there, supportive, and just like, hey, buddy, like go out there, be Spider Man. Um, you laugh when I mention Spider Man. Yeah. Yeah, that movie. We don't really talk about that movie. Um, it's funny because sometimes I think back to like the age that I was when that came out, and my uh my lack of not understanding a lot about visual effects, and I'm no expert at any of that stuff, but even then, seeing that ugly blasphemous version that they called Venom, even at that age, I was just like, ew. Like what like why they do that to him? Like, oh my goodness. I remember I just it's like why does his face peel back every time he talks? That yeah, emo Spider-Man. Yeah. Ugh. Oh man, yeah, that was a bad movie. And it's sad because Spider-Man 1 and 2, literally I still put them as like some of the greatest comic book movies of all time for sure. Spider-Man 1 and 2. Not the greatest. Um it's pretty close though. Honestly, I think my number one. Okay, so I don't know. This is a toss up, okay? And Batman is literally my favorite character of all time. But it's a toss up as far as my favorites between The Dark Knight and Logan. Logan blew my mind. That movie was so good. Um I'll probably have to just give it over to my boy Batman just because that movie accomplished so well. I guess it depends. Oh yeah, that movie accomplished so much. Um, but I don't know. Logan was great. Logan was a great movie. Okay, I saw someone said something. Let me see. Um, yeah, that's kind of how it goes. It always seems like the cool stuff always gets left like on the cutting room floor, which is really annoying. If I was a movie director and that happened to me, I would be like, I'd probably cry. I'd be like, this is what they wanted to see. This is it. And I don't know. Oh, you said something about Logan. Let me see. Yeah, I feel, man, listen, I felt some way when that movie, like, when it went off and I had to, like, get up and leave the theater. I was like, whoa. Like, I don't know. That movie hit hard. I knew it was going to when the trailer came out and there was that song, oh, what's it called? Way Down We Go. I was like, oh boy, it's like this movie's probably gonna make you cry more than likely. um, but yeah, no, that was a great movie. Um, I wish more comic book movies were like that. There's some really good ones though. Probably the best thing I've seen recently, comic book related, was like Joker. Um, that movie was a trip. It was so good. Um, now I want to watch it. Just talking about it. It's crazy though. The end of that movie is literally like what's going on in the news right now, which is crazy. So it's like now watching that movie, it doesn't seem so intense because it's like, oh yeah, the movie goes off, turn the news on, and part two starts. You're just like, oh gosh. Um, no, it was in trailer 2, the one Way Down We Go. I forget who's the person that does it, but if you look that up, you'll see. Okay, real quick, guys. So here's what I need to do. So we have a couple of layers that belong to Wonder Woman. So we got her lasso, shield, and sword. So what I'm wondering is, do I want to go ahead and just merge all of this together? I don't know. I don't see why not. I can add maybe not her lasso, the sword for sure. We can add the sword. But before I do that, though, I need to detail the sword a little bit by itself. Oh gosh, and that's not good. Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. Okay. I'm gonna keep talking about movies in just a minute. I just have to pay attention to what I'm doing so I actually get it properly. Okay. Just like that. And right there. Okay, cool. Good enough. We'll merge these two together. Duplicate this. There we go. Um, yeah, man, I could talk about movies all day. Uh, but yeah, so my train of thought. I think I was just talking about movies that I really like. But yeah, Joker is a good one. Um, and I know some people are split on this movie, but I really enjoyed Aquaman. Um, I see that cat reference you put. I can do this all day. Uh, on her pose too. Oh, thank you. She's looking really good, man. Thanks, guys. That really means a lot. Like, oh gosh, like you're encouraging us. Like they mean the world to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, so yeah, let's see. So let's do. That's looking pretty good. Man, guys, I've like legitimately like I've now that we're live streaming, I've missed this, and I know I was just like I was saying earlier in the video about how it's just been kind of hard to focus with everything that we've got going on in society right now. But you know, it's still you have to the bright moments and work towards those. Okay, so I'm gonna keep these two layers hidden right now. So what I need to do is so here's the thing. So she is not going to stay this size. Let's create a test layer. Okay, so I'm gonna shrink her. Oops. I'm gonna shrink her down a little bit because um, Batman is really close in the picture, and then next Superman and her. So I need to make sure that they all fit together properly. So let's see. So I think we're gonna have her. Let's see. I kind of want to like somewhere in here, but it just sucks because it's like I want to be able to show her hand and her holding the sword, but Superman is just in the way. So I think if I put her, I think we'll probably put her somewhere about right there because that's kind of good. You can kind of only problem I just want a little more. Yeah, probably something like that. More than likely. Now, the thing is does she need to be further down? No, because Wonder Woman can fly. So maybe a mix like right here because we can still see her arm going back and the sword. That might be kind of good. Okay, let's do that. So this is just a stand-in. So what I'm gonna do is we'll just keep that layer just kind of hidden off in the background. But I think, here, let me see. What do you guys think? I think that's probably going to be a good spot for her. As long as I can get all the characters in on this, my plan is to I want to put the Flash possibly, gosh, this is going to be difficult because this just don't have enough room. So I might have to scale everything down, but I don't really want to. So probably what I'll do is I'll do the Flash and I'll probably make him smaller and put him somewhere over in here, somewhere over in that angle. Oh, well, hold on. You guys can't really see 'cause this light is tripping. Oh, you know what? Actually, that's better. Okay, there we go. Um, but yeah, so probably put the Flash somewhere over in here, and I want to say that I'm gonna be able to put Aquaman and Cyborg in. Like, I'm just hmm. I don't want to shrink it too much because I really like the size that they are. So if the other characters are in there, I might have to just make them smaller. Because okay, so my original plan was to have a ton of characters in here. So see where that line is right here. So that line represents where it's going to be full of characters. So they'll just continue to scale further, 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 and further down, like all the way over here. Possibly. I don't know if I'm actually going to do that, but it's kind of where my focus is for this particular piece. So I'm actually, let me leave that out because that's kind of helping me get a better grip on where to position things. It kind of gives me an idea for how much room is going to be left to work with. So, so other characters that fly. So, for instance, like Green Lantern, um, can actually be pretty good because I can, if I do Green Lantern, I can put him more up here, like flying, still big enough to where you can see like good detail on him. Um, but yeah, hold on real quick. Let's Let me bring this in to full. Yeah, so that's gonna look pretty good. Now she still needs a lot more work done because she's nowhere near close the detail of the other two. She's still pretty rough, but it's getting there. So we've already got the light like hair on her leg, but we need to do more detail because, for instance, like all of this, I gotta fix her nose too. Her nose is like just it needs help. But like the hard surface like on her armor, like I need to make that look like it's like glowing and reflect. And yeah, and she's gonna be holding that shield. So hold on real quick. Okay, yeah. So the shield, no, I went this way. There we go. So that shield is gonna end up dropping about right here. It's gonna go right there on her arm. Yeah, something like that. So that looks pretty good. And I'm gonna work on her mouth too. But yeah, so it's coming together. There's just we just need to keep working on her. I don't want to get too frustrated and trying to figure this out. But this part is kind of it's pretty important because trying to make sure that all of this lines up properly and like no one like I don't want anyone to look like they're competing for attention like in the drawing. Does that make sense? So the, everyone needs to be kind of front and center as much as possible. So the Trinity right here, obviously this is what the focus will be on, but then this extra characters, like I still want it to feel natural, almost like you took a picture of this, like you captured this, not not like it was a pose, you know. It wants to like be like an action picture, like they're all moving. Um, One of my other plans, though, is to possibly do the reverse and maybe have like a bunch of villains on the other side. Maybe. I don't, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna do all that, but uh, so far, at least we can see the picture of what we got here with the Trinity. So this is looking pretty cool. Now, while she's still here, I want to try something real quick. Dang, we got quite a bit of layers. I want to try adding a little bit of brightness up in the corner over there. I just want to see just a little bit what that would look like. So we'll just do that. Okay, let's play with the color a little bit. So I kind of want this to look kind of like a really glorious kind of look. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm not gonna get too ahead of myself uh, with this. So it's coming together. We'll need to keep doing detail on Wonder Woman, get her, her shadows and everything down, get her cleaned up and not so rough. So we'll get that. And I think that is a good pose for her, though. I think all three of them, I think they look pretty good. Now, once I'm done with her, my plan is to go over all of them again and detail them even more because there's still stuff on Batman that I want to finish or actually make look better. So, but he's looking pretty good though. Oh yeah, let me pull so you guys can see. Let me pull the other stuff out. So there's the bats and these sparks. So yeah, so those are just kind of some details that are just gonna help the picture to look a little more intense. So I really like the bats that you can see in the background. I think that's cool. Um, Wonder Woman, she's coming along. She's coming along. There's still a little bit I want to do to Superman, but I'm pretty happy with how it's looking. So it's not too bad for like 2 days worth of work. So not even going complete day either because I worked on this here and there. But yeah, let me see. Where are we at? Oh gosh, wow, we really almost had a what in the world? Where did where did the time go? That's crazy. Okay, so well, since we are almost at the close, um, thanks guys for coming and watching, and thanks for hitting the like button, which is really awesome. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna read some of your guys' comments because I see um, some of you guys have said stuff. Let me see. Um, yeah. Yeah. Superman's flying poses. Almost got like. Oh yeah, most definitely. Um, let's see. Dang, I feel bad. I feel like I missed all of your guys' stuff. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Oh, what did you think of what? What did I think of Sonic? Okay, let me go back to. Okay, she's like, her pose. Okay, yeah, I saw that. What did I think of Sonic? I liked Sonic. I actually did. I'm glad they fixed it though, because that first trailer they put out was complete like it was horrifying. But yeah, so I liked it. It was a good movie. I'm looking forward to the next one. Um, could shrink her a bit. Yeah. Put Flash up at the front. Yeah, that's probably. So I'm guessing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm guessing you're talking about putting Flash kind of like up in here, right? So he could be like, this is really bad. Wait, what am I drawing on? Oh gosh, let me not do that. That's not the layer to be messing around on. Okay, hold on, let me see. So we could put, let's get red for Flash. Okay, so Flash could probably go somewhere. We got Stickman Flash. So yeah, so Flash could probably go somewhere like right in there, um, like running really fast, just like maybe he could fit in. Maybe he could fit in like right there. So practically, he would be between Batman and Superman, or he could be between. Here, let's do this. Let's move this between. So he could be between Superman and Wonder Woman. So he might be able to fit right here. Actually, that might work. Yeah, I think he could fit about right there. Um, And yeah, because I want Flash in this picture. Like I really do. Like Flash is one of my favorite characters. So he's got it. This picture's not done until Flash is in it. And then I'll do. Let's see. So Flash is here. Uh, Cyborg. I always feel like Cyborg doesn't get enough like he doesn't get enough love in like posters and stuff. So I don't want to put him like down over here. So maybe I'll put Cyborg like maybe he can be like up here with one of his arm cannons like aiming out that way, and then his other arm kind of like he's saying booyah, and the rest of him can kind of go right there. So I think that would be good. I think we could fit Cyborg up here, Flash here. Uh oh boy, Aquaman. Aquaman can go. No, wait, let's see. Aquaman. Oops. Aquaman will go probably over here. Probably something like this. And what I'll do is I'll have him looking all proud like a king. Probably here with his trident. So he can be standing there like that. Maybe we'll give him a cool pose or something. I know this probably looks like scribble, but hopefully you're hanging with me. Um, but yeah, so he can go right here. Flash will be right here running. Cyborg goes here. Uh, Green Lantern can probably he might be smaller, and I'm not trying to like hate on my boy because I love Green Lantern, but we can probably put him somewhere like right in here, maybe flying sideways with his ring beaming out or something. So kind of like that. So I want to make it a really epic picture, like I really do. And then maybe back in here, all the way down here, then maybe I'll just fill it up with just all kinds of heroes. And I did think it would be cool to have like way back over here somewhere, just like a really huge Doctor Manhattan, just like standing back there or something. So like really huge, and just a lineup of just a bunch of DC characters. So I'm actually gonna leave this right here just so I don't forget, but fade it out in the background a little bit. But yeah, so I think that would work, guys. I think that would work. So we need to finish, like I said, we need to finish Wonder Woman. We need to get done with her, and then probably the next person we'll do is Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman, and then we'll detail all of them all over again, and then go from there. And yeah, I'm gonna print this out though when it's done. I'm gonna like totally hang it up in my house. Um, okay, and I didn't finish reading your guys' comments. So let me go back to that real quick. Okay, let me see. How powerful is it be? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the background. So I'm planning on kind of making. I think I might add some clouds. Like the clouds will probably be brighter up in this direction just a little bit. So like, because the point was to almost kind of make it look like they're coming from a dark past into the future, um, or a brighter future, I should say. So that's kind of the idea of it. Uh, so yeah, but thank you. Let me see. I have Aquaman swimming. Um, so Justice League on the pretty much. Um, yeah, I don't know. I love it when I see just a ton of DC characters just all like united. Now, Okay, so let's see. If the picture was about like this, and then another one about right here, but it was all villains, that would be cool. But I also don't know if I really want to do that though. Like because I don't know yet, guys. I just don't know yet. Um, we'll see when I get there. First things first is to finish this one and see where we go from there. But it's coming together. I have thought about putting the some of you might know the character Adam. Um, he can be really big or small. But I was actually thinking about maybe putting him somewhere in here, just like a small one. Maybe he could be like running on Batman's like leg or something. I don't know. Or maybe he could be um like here, let me show you what I'm thinking. So technically, since he's a small character, or he can be small, so I thought maybe it's like have him like flying. Okay, this is a bad sketch. Bad sketch. But yeah, so I could have him like right in here or something, like small, like zooming like a rocket or something. So like something kind of like that. It'd be cool. And he could either be close. So if he was like this close, then you could put him like out of focus, which would be kind of cool. Because then it's almost like, oh gosh, come on. Okay, there we go. Um, so you see how like I just blurred him. So if you imagine like the character right here, and it looks like he's not in focus. So that could be kind of cool. So yeah, I don't know, but that's just where I'm at right now. So yeah, hold on real quick. Oh yeah, I played Superman and then Adam. Okay, yeah. So that was the Brandon Ralph. I want to say that was in the other one. The current guy playing Superman is Henry Cavill, who also plays The Witcher, which I believe this is the best version of Superman that we've had. So yeah, guys. But anyway, so I think we are at an hour 7 minutes. So man, sad to see the time go. But maybe I'll live stream tomorrow evening. Um, but if you guys have enjoyed this so far, and if you're liking the way the drawing's looking, please go ahead and give it a big thumb. And all of you guys still, please, still, no, guys, stay safe out there. And uh, thanks for coming and watching. And just hope you guys can keep your spirits up because it's easy to get depressed if you're watching what is happening in our world today. But I like to view it as things. Sometimes you have to go through some dark periods in history before uh, things become better. So hopefully that's kind of what we're going through right now. We'll be able to come out on the other side of this with a brighter future. So I saw someone just left a comment. Thanks for the great stream. You are so welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I always appreciate you coming and checking out my stream. You're always consistent. So you've always been there. Um, Same with you, Brandon. Hope to see you tomorrow night. Yes. More than likely, I will be live streaming. So hopefully by that time, I'll be done with Wonder Woman, and then you guys can watch me start on Flash from like start to finish. So if I get Wonder Woman finished, then that's what we'll do. We still have quite a bit because we have to fix her face, we have to do her shield, we have to do her armor. We got to really polish her up. So we kind of just got the rough version of her right now, but it's coming together. So yeah. Oh, by the way, I haven't forgot about uploading gameplay from when I'm playing VR. I just haven't yet, so I haven't forgot about those. So that will be happening pretty soon. This picture right now is kind of priority right now for me, just to get this done. Uh, but yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. I love you all, and more than likely, I will see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, we'll talk about more movies more than likely. Um, so yeah, so be prepared for that. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.